Hey, my name is Gibson Goodrich from Zap Coders, and I just attended the Vintage Computer Festival Midwest. Me and my dad had an awesome time at the convention this year, and I got to show off our brand new video game called Proxima B. But of course, that's for another video. We're here to talk about the Vintage Computer Festival. I recorded some footage of the event so I could post it here on YouTube to share it with others. This video is a commentary video, but I do have another video I'm posting that it is the raw footage I took. There is some commentary in that though too, because I like to talk. But if you're interested in less yapping, watch that one. Me and my dad started off the trip on Friday the 12th to get set up early, so I had a lot of time to work on homework. I had to miss a bit of school, but I wasn't skipping. Trust. During our drive there, we saw some trains, because Chicago. But we also saw a surprising number of helicopters. Which is weird, but yeah. Anyways, you're not here for the driving. Most likely, you're here for the vintage computers. So we arrived pretty early. Usually we snuck in on Saturdays. But because of that, it was like really quiet, which is kind of weird. Usually the place is full of loud noises. This was a weird shot of it being empty, which is also something you usually don't see when you come on Saturdays. So,
it was quite spooky, Dr. Freeman.
Anyways, after we found the table, I decided to take a trip to the free pile. Well, actually, took the trip before I set up the table completely because it was too tempting. Found some cool crap, most of the stuff I won't need, but it's free pile. What else are you supposed to do, just leave it there? In the end though, I did end up getting a lot of cool stuff. And if you're thinking of going to the VCF next year, you should totally check it out. It's worth it. Anyways, after I was done with that, I came back to my table and tried to set it up. Fabric and packaging tape do not go good with banners.
I'm kidding.
After I was done finishing up the table, we went out to go get some food, came back, and it was a lot more full. I'm really happy with how the banner turned out. I spent a lot of money on it, and it definitely helped attract a lot of people. Being an exhibitor meant I could actually look at other people's setups before the event started, so I got to see some cool crap early. There was a lot of really cool old consoles and computers there, and I had a blast just looking at things.
Like this Texas Instruments CPU.
What was super cool is I got to see Nintendo Virtual Boy, and I got to play around with it, and the day of, like on Friday, Nintendo released their new weird Virtual Boy console thing for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's just kind of a funny coincidence. There was also a lot of weird, interesting, like, vintage, modern amalgamations of devices, like this old Atari that had a mini PC inside of it. One of the coolest computers I learned about this year was actually the SGI, or Silicon Graphics, computer systems. These were used to make movies like Jurassic Park back in the day. And the first version of Blender was actually made for them. And the CPU was like 800 megahertz. It's just insane how much power they were able to pull out of them. And when they went out of business, guess where most of the employees went to work? If you guessed NVIDIA, you'd be correct. Although, based on their current state, I'm assuming most of them don't work there anymore. There's a guy there who runs a vintage computer museum, and his setup was like, they had this orange bunk bed with some orange, like, Apple tech, and it was like really cool because orange is my favorite color. Like, yeah. I also found out about the Michigan Vintage Computer Club, and I'm really excited about that because it's a lot closer to where I live. Oh, and at this point, the show's kind of already begun. There are a lot of Mega 65 computers and a few Commander X16 computers, which, if you don't know, those are some modern computers that have vintage-like hardware. I bought a Commander X16 a year or two ago in the hopes that I'll be able to make a game for it, so like, stay tuned for that. But yeah, those computers are pretty cool. There was also a band this year called the Stop Bits. They're a really funny group made up of some retro computer YouTubers. Veronica from Veronica Explains, Taylor and Amy from the Taylor and Amy Show, and Sean from Action Retro. It was a really funny show, and they even gave out free CD discs. They were a great group, and I loved all the music. If you're interested, check out their music on Bandcamp. Speaking of YouTubers, I saw the Macintosh Librarian, Adrian from Adrian's Digital Basement, and LGR, even though he said he was not gonna come back to the VCF Midwest. I also saw the 8-Bit guy, but I don't think I took a photo of him. He's one of my favorite YouTubers, so he's cool. I saw Jeff Geerling walking around, which is pretty cool. Really wish I would have said hi when I had the chance. Someone I did get to say hi to, though, was Crazy Ken from the Computer Clan. Regardless of what kind of computers interest you, be it new or old, he does awesome videos covering all of them. The only YouTuber this convention was missing was Bringus Studios.
Why didn't you come?
Anyways, that's enough yapping about YouTubers. Just a reminder, you can run Doom on anything now, including helmets. And old televisions look cool. There was also a surprising amount of paranormal activity going on. Apparently, there was a cartridge containing the tortured soul of Big Bird. And, well, yeah. There was also a very creepy Luigi. Scary. But, yeah, other than those things, everything was pretty normal. I mean, as far as normal goes for a vintage computer festival. Ever since last year, we've had quite a bit more Furos showing up. And hey, that's fine. Just, please know that, it's a bit startling and intimidating for the rest of us who aren't wearing those things. I was hauling a computer to the free pile with my dad, and I turned around and, may or may not have accidentally decapitated him. I'm kidding. I don't actually have a laser sword.
Or do I?
Oh, hey, I did get footage of the 8-Bit guy. Anyways, besides costumes, this group had some weather computers, and they were actually pretty cool. I've always been interested in computers that can overlay text and images over live videos. I didn't hang around that area too much this year, so I guess I'll have to ask about them next year. So, now it's time to talk about Half-Life. I mean, I guess there's not that much to talk about, other than it's an amazing game, and you should totally play it. If you don't, Gordon will cry. If you do, Gordon will still cry. But regardless of whatever you do, it's absolute simple. Another cool game I saw there was Space Quest. The only reason I played, though, was because of the intro music, which I think sounds pretty good.
Right now we're doing Space Quest. Oh, okay. But that's why I got
I do actually kind of want to play the full thing, though, because it looks like a fun game. Something else that was super cool that we got to see at VCF this year was this electron microscope. It was really cool. I liked playing around with it, and it reminded me of something straight out of the original Tron. So yeah, that was VCF this year. Thanks again to everybody who stopped by at our table and said hi. I really appreciate all the support and advice, and I hope to see you all again next year. Or maybe sooner, because we'll be attending the Detroit Retro Gaming Show next month. Think. We'll see. I gotta get to work on the game. There's so many flipping bugs, it's driving me nuts. Anyways, please let me know if you like this type of video. I liked making it, just took me forever. Please also let me know if you have a better video editing software other than Shotcut, because apparently this sucks. Thanks again so much for watching. Remember to keep loving others, because you will always and forever be loved.